for the Comfort Zone, sponsored by John C. Flood. We do it all.
All right, well, with these extreme and drawn out cold temps, you're most likely overworking your heating system. And today in the Comfort Zone, we're sharing some tips to give that heating system a hand and keep it running efficiently. So joining us this morning from John C. Flood is Vice President of Marketing, Chris Thompson. Always great to have you here.
Always a pleasure.
I always learn so much when you come in, and so I'm so glad you're here, because let's start with that little box on the inside of our house, our thermostats. How should we be treating those?
Well, the thermostat, the biggest thing is, I'll call it roulette, it's probably not the right use of the word, but people like to just try to go up and down, up and down. And that, right now, your system is really, it's putting overtime hours in right now. So the last thing you want to do is drop it down and try to force it from like 65 to 75, 75 down to 60. You want to keep it, find a comfortable spot and just leave it.
What is the ideal temperature that people should have their homes at right now?
That is actually an individual type thing. So once you find it's comfortable, I mean, everybody probably wants it to be 80 in their home. That's not possible. I mean, how cold it is right now.
A realistic temperature.
Right, a realistic temperature, because you're just not going to be where you're going to want it to be. So just use your best judgment and where it's comfortable and just leave it.
Yeah, and put a hoodie on too.
Right. You have blankets, use those.
Exactly, exactly. So let's talk about air filters. What can people do there?
I know we talked about this on the show before, but the biggest thing we see when we go when the system's shut off or has issues, the first thing we always check is air filter. Because a lot of people, like I mentioned this before, we go there and they say, when's the last time you changed your air filter? Like, what air filter? So that's always a bad problem, because if you pull that out, it's usually supposed to be a nice clear or something like that, and it's just covered in dust and debris and anything that's pulling in through your home. And that will make your system really struggle, and it's already struggling now with a clean filter. So that's one of the quickest, easiest ways to make sure your system is running as best as it can, especially it's going to be really cold with no end in sight, which is really miserable, to be honest with you.
Yes, no, we're all feeling it. So
check your filters.
So I need to be checking my filter.
Yeah,
you just reminded me I need to check it when I get home. Now listen, online I've been seeing a lot of people saying that, their whole family is sleeping in one room, sleeping in the living room, closing the doors to try and keep all the warmth in one place. Should they be doing that? Debunk, please.
Well, I don't know if it's a debunk. I mean, that might be a situation where some areas of the house are just not heating properly. Maybe they have three floors and only have one system. Usually you have one, they call it zone per level of your home, typically to make it run most efficiently. But so it's not necessarily a debunk, but typically if you close all the other doors to think you're going to keep the heat in one area, what happens when you open the door to go into that room, it's like all that's going to exchange very quickly, and that system's going to have to work even harder. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's a debunk, but I would probably say leave them half open or something like that.
Okay.
I mean, they're probably sleeping all in that same room because wherever the vent is in there is the only really good vent. Maybe their ducts aren't clean or something like that that's pushing out heat. I say whatever it is, when I'm as cold as it is right now, wherever it's warm, stay there.
Yes, exactly. No, literally.
It's almost like common sense, but I mean, there's not a lot of things. If you find a place that's warm, just stick to that area.
Absolutely. Last one, ceiling fans, on or off this time of year?
You can have them on. This is something I actually learned just a few years ago, is that ceiling fans, you can have them going counterclockwise or clockwise. You can change the direction.
What?
And if you can do it, right now, if you do it clockwise and have it run on low, it will take warm air and push it down. So, warm air rises. And so if you turn that fan on clockwise, it will push heat down and keeping the areas below, because obviously to the lower levels of the home, if you happen to have a ceiling fan.
I didn't even know you could switch. I'm learning so much, Chris. I literally always learn so much. But listen, speaking of heating systems, I want to talk about Give Your Home a Hug, because Monica Jeffries, who won your most recent Give Your Home a Hug, she's a breast cancer thriver and survivor. You guys gave her a free HVAC system, and you installed it last Wednesday.
We did, and she was ecstatic. And you were there before, and obviously Xerxes was very excited. Missed you, of course, that big, massive dog.
She has a huge, adorable dog who loves people. It was amazing.
Like a lion hunter dog or something. I don't know, a bear hunter dog. But she was absolutely ecstatic, and we were thrilled to be there to put that in her, because she hasn't had heat. She's running all these different little fans.
Yeah,
in her
and I'm so
bills.
glad you installed it, just in time.
Right. Well, you couldn't find a better time to do that.
Yeah.
She actually sent an email, obviously thanking us so much, obviously, and we couldn't be more happy to help anyone we can with something like that. And I can only imagine what it would have been like now with the cold air like it is, her still running all those little heaters in her home, because her electric bill is going through the roof.
Yeah, and it's dangerous to have all those
it is absolutely dangerous.
Yeah, so there's her beautiful system installed, running today, and I'm sure Monica's watching right now. And Monica, I hope you're bundled up and warm with your new system. And you know what? You've shared so much great information with us today. We have all the information on the screen to learn more about John C. Flood, and you can also learn more about Give Your Home a Hug on their website. Chris, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely, anytime.
And we're gonna have more Good Morning Washington right after this.